Bethenny Frankel, the sharp-tongued entrepreneur and former Real Housewives of New York City firebrand, has never been one to mince words, and her latest takedown is aimed squarely at the fervent army of Taylor Swift devotees known as Swifties. In a no-holds-barred TikTok rant that's already racking up millions of views, the 54-year-old reality TV alum unleashed a blistering critique of the polarization and divisiveness surrounding Swift's latest album release, The Life of a Showgirl. With her trademark blend of exasperation and candor, Frankel implored fans to get a f***ing hobby, rather than letting the pop icon consume their entire identity. It's a bold swing in an era where celebrity worship often blurs into obsession, and Frankel's words have ignited a firestorm of agreement, backlash, and everything in between, proving once again that in the court of public opinion, no topic is too hot for her to handle. Imagine Frankel in her element, perched in a sun-drenched kitchen, likely her Hamptons haven, camera phone in hand, her blonde waves tousled just so, wearing a casual white tee that screams, "I built an empire from cookie dough." The video opens with a dramatic sigh, her blue eyes locking onto the lens as if addressing a room full of wayward friends. "What happened to everyone?" she captions, setting the tone for a monologue that's equal parts therapy session and town hall. She dives in headfirst, likening the Swift frenzy to the vitriol of political rallies. People fight about it, like take a stance on her new album? Someone is selling a product. Music, entertainment, performance. You buy it or you don't. Like it or you don't. Invest or pass. And it should be okay either way. Her voice rises, laced with that signature New York edge, part frustration, part plea for sanity. Frankel's beef isn't with Swift herself, it's with the cult of personality that's ballooned around her. The Life of a Showgirl, Swift's 12th studio album, dropped like a meteor on October 3rd, shattering streaming records and spawning endless think pieces. Tracks like Wish List and Opalite have fans decoding lyrics for clues about her engagement to Travis Kelce, while others hail it as a feminist manifesto on fame's toll. But for Frankel, the real issue is the tribalism. Swifties versus haters with no room for the middle ground. "What if you're like me, just in the middle?" she asks, gesturing emphatically. "You don't spend your life obsessing over it or against it. You just don't think about it that much. You don't care deeply one way or the other. What the f*** happened to everybody? Why is liking or not liking someone people's entire identity or personality?" She leans in, whispering the kicker, "Get a f***ing hobby." The screen fades to black, but the impact lingers, a mic drop moment that's pure Bethenny. The response has been predictably polarized, mirroring the very dynamic she decries. In the comments, allies cheer. "As someone in the middle, I'm exhausted, need a 5 to 10 year Taylor break. Time for her and the fans to grow up," one user echoes, earning a like from Frankel herself. Another self-proclaims Taylor Swift agnostic, joking about neutrality as the new black. But the Swifties? They're not taking it lying down. "My hobby is listening to Taylor," fires back one, attaching a clip of Cruel Summer. Another quips, "Bethenny who? Pass the vinyl." The clapbacks flood in, accusing her of gatekeeping joy or ignoring Swift's cultural impact, from empowering anthems to economic boosts via her tours. It's a digital Donnybrook, with Frankel's video hitting 2 million views in hours, algorithms feasting on the drama. This isn't Frankel's first rodeo with Swift's fanbase. Flashback to September 2023, when she stirred the pot by calling out the singer for going full football wife at Kelce's NFL games. Over-the-top behavior, Frankel labeled it on her podcast, advising Swift to maintain your own identity and not absorb your whole life into someone else's. The backlash was swift and savage. Swifties flooded her mentions with defenses of Taylor's authenticity, pointing to her award show cheers for Friends as proof of supportive spirit. "She stands for everyone," one fan argued. Yet, Frankel doubled down, her skinny girl empire built on unfiltered truth-telling. Fast forward to February 2025, when NFL crowds booed Swift at the Super Bowl, Frankel flipped the script, slamming the mean-spirited fans on TikTok. "That says bad things for our daughters in the future," she fumed, aligning with Swifties in a rare moment of solidarity. It's classic Bethenny, contrarian but principled, always circling back to empowerment. At its core, Frankel's rant taps into a broader cultural pulse, the exhaustion of stan culture in the social media age. Swift, with her 280 million Instagram followers and Eras tour that grossed over $1 billion, isn't just an artist. She's a phenomenon, a Rorschach test for emotions. Fans tattoo lyrics, camp for tickets, dissect every post for Easter eggs. Haters? They meme her flights or mock her vulnerability. Frankel, who's navigated her own fame vortex, from Real Housewives diva to wellness mogul, sees the trap. "I've been there," she might say off camera. "Letting a public persona eclipse your private self? It's a recipe for burnout." Her own life is a testament. Post-Bravolebrity, she pivoted to philanthropy, co-parenting her daughter Brynn with ex-Jason Hoppy, and raw discussions on divorce's scars. TikTok became her confessional, a space to unpack everything from cookie empire origins to therapy breakthroughs. Yet, Frankel's call for hobbies isn't dismissive, it's an invitation to balance. In a world where algorithms reward extremes, she champions the middle, enjoying art without deification. Imagine Swifties channeling that passion into book clubs debating the life of a showgirl themes, or haters picking up guitars to create their own tunes. Frankel's not anti-Swift, she's pro-perspective. You can love her music without making it your religion, she implies. And in whispering, "Get a hobby," there's tough love. Knit, hike, volunteer, reclaim the hours spent scrolling stan accounts. As the dust settles, Frankel's video sparks healthier dialogues. Podcasts dissect it. Therapists nod at the identity warning. Swifties evolve, some admitting the frenzy's toll. Frankel? She'll keep stirring, her next rant perhaps on wellness trends or co-parenting wins. In the end, her message cuts through. Music should liberate, not define. So, Swifties, crank up The Life of a Showgirl, but maybe pause to pet a dog or read a book. Bethenny's got a point. Life's too short for one-note obsessions.